The fifth or the fourth door is, as many of you suspect, your mouth. Huh? Our mouth, our tongue. You have no idea of how dangerous your mouth is. He says here, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. With your mouth, you can kill or you can bring people to life. Did you know that? With our mouth. With my words, I can kill you or I can bring you to life. With your words, you can kill others or you can bring them to life. And not only others, but with your mouth, you can commit suicide. In which way? When you say negative things to yourself. Do you understand? So for example, if you are a person who is always negative, always confessing defeat, always saying it's not going to work, I'm not going to make it, that's what's going to happen. Your mouth is killing you. Understand? For example, you're going to go for a job interview. There's a big difference. If you leave your house saying, I'm going to make it, I will do it, there is a very big chance that you will do it because you're believing in yourself. But when you start saying, I don't know if it's going to work, I don't think I'm good enough. You arrive there, you see others and you say, oh, they are better than me. I'm not good enough. I'm not too handsome. I'm not too pretty. When you're talking about your love life, forget it. Forget it. You're not going to make it. The devil does not know what is on our mind. For example, Satan does not know what is on my mind. He's not in me. He doesn't live in me. Do you understand? Maybe he knows what's on your mind. Not on my mind. He doesn't. Because he's not omniscient, which means only God knows everything. Only God can be everywhere at the same time. He can't. So, he doesn't know what is in me, in my mind. But he sees what I do. He hears what I talk. He sees where I look at. And he can figure out what is on my mind. Do you understand? So for example, if I keep saying, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. So he doesn't need to know what's on my mind. He already knows. By what? By my words. So he knows. And because he sees that I fear that, then he works to stop me from getting that. Are you understanding? Your words will, will pin you down, if I can say that. I don't know if this is the right expression. But you will be judged by every word that you speak. It's written here. I'm going to read to you. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. Brood of vipers, how can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So, your mouth speaks of what? Of what is inside. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things. But I say to you that for every idle word man may speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your word you will be justified, and by your word you will be condemned. Every word that you speak, you're going to give account to it. Are you understanding? When you talk bad about others, you're going to give account to it. When you talk bad about yourself, you're going to give account to it. When you curse God with your words, you're going to give account to it. Because your word is speaking, your mouth speaks out of what? Out of what is inside you. Which means, if you see a person who is very negative, it's because inside, he's negative. If you see a person talking about others in an evil way, it's because that person feels that way, thinks that way. So your mouth is like a gate where everything that is bad comes out. And you need to be careful. Because you don't only harm yourself, but you harm others with your mouth. Is it true or not? Oh, does it mean that we are not going to say the truth? No. I speak the truth because the truth sets free. Right? Because the mouth can be used for bad, but also for good. For example, a person is doing wrong. If I go there and say to him, it's okay, there is no problem, then I'm not using my mouth wisely. I'm using my mouth wrongly. Because I'm keeping him in that old life. So I have to speak the truth. Like we do here in every service. So be very careful with what you say. When you're going to speak, be careful. When you make a vow to God, be careful. That's why he said, when you make a vow, don't delay in paying it. You promised. You said. If you said, do it. Because if you don't do it, you're going to be judged for that. Amen? Imagine if one day I say to my wife, we are having an argument, and I say to her, you know what, I don't love you anymore. That will be a problem. Even if I didn't mean it. Even if I didn't mean it. If I say that, she may forgive me. Oh, I'm sorry, forgive, I didn't mean it. Okay. But when we have another problem next month, what will happen? No, because you said that you don't love me anymore. Yes or no? It's because it was spoken. So, but I thought about, maybe you thought about, don't speak. Keep it. Keep it to yourself. Get rid of the thoughts. But don't speak. Because the moment you speak, then we are in trouble. Amen? That's why you need to ask God for what? Self-control. Because it's not easy. Sometimes, me too. Me too. Who here say, Bishop, I am one of those who keep saying negative things. I don't mean it. But, I find myself saying more negative things than positive things. Negative things to others. It's not going to work. I'm not going to make it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Who here keeps saying negative things? Let's be honest. No more. No more. From today on, you're going to watch out. Negative words are not going to come out of your mouth. The words that will come out of your mouth are positive words. Oh, but I don't mean it. Say it. Say it. I think it's not going to work. Say it's going to work. That's why he said when Jesus taught us, let the weak say, but he's weak. But how he will be strong? When he starts confessing it. Are you understanding? You know those guys who sell a lot of books, they make a lot of money. How do you call those guys who motivators? Do you know what they tell you to do? They say to you what? Go to the mirror and say what? You can do it. You're good. You're going to make it. You look handsome. And they make a lot of money with it. Why? Because it's true. When you start confessing it, you become like that. If you confess defeat, you're going to be defeated. If you confess victory, you're going to be victorious. And that's how we are. We have to confess our victory. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. How are you going to get there? I don't know, but I'm going to get there. How? God has to provide. God is going to make a way where there seems to be no way. Your words must be positive. Amen? And your words to others must also be positive. Don't be, the person is dying, and then you go there and you do like this. If the person is dying, you lift her up. With what? With your mouth. Easy to say, hard to do. But God gives you the strength. Amen?